They could make hotspots where honor is increased. Blackrock Mountain, Silithus, Ashara. I think that's potentially a good shout, right? Having more stuff in the high level areas that are actually like the area is more catered to PvP. I feel like they really tried to a degree with like the stuff in Silithus and the towers and shit like that. But also they need to think about how the servers are bigger now, right? And you don't want to just force everyone into a choke into one place. You don't want everyone in one place having a big fight and that to be your only PvP, right? It's nice, for example, in the mountain. You know, we had some good fights in the mountain and stuff. The issue with it is the lag, right? If they can actually come up with a solution to that so that you can have like an 80v80 fight in it, not lag, absolutely, hands down, gonna be fucking unreal. So fun. You know, people are gonna be doing that shit constantly every fucking day. You're constantly gonna be having these huge scale fights. And for me, that's kind of what Classic was about. But the problem is the lag ruins it, right? So if they can't solve that, then don't even fucking bother. Don't try to instigate that kind of fight. And yeah, it's a shame, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so for me, the best world PvP is when it's all spread out a lot over the zone, right? And you have like back-to-back good fights. And that comes a lot with balancing the population density over the world, right? If you're good at that, and you have a good way of doing that, then you can stop these huge Zerg fights or Zerg-style fights happening all the time. And you can try to organically create more of these natural like 1v1s, 1v2s, 2v3s, 3v3s, these kind of fights, right? But I also think that comes down to the, you know, environment and area as well. Like if you have some really cool environment and areas with decent line of sight and stuff like that, and giving people a reason to actually fight in those places, then you will have more of these like organic fights. But the question is, do you have to instance stuff to deny the Zerg? We had that in SOD when a special recipe needed for Race the World first dropped from King Mosh and Ngora was like 200 v This is the issue that I have with SOD. And I feel like the way that they keep approaching the PvP in SOD is they keep forcing everyone together over one thing to fight over, right? And think that that's going to be good world PvP. That's not the way to do it. And that's just going to create lag. It needs to be more spread out over zones. There needs to be more smaller things to fight over. The AQ event in Silithus actually was decent because everyone was kind of fighting over every mob, right? But again, like, if the zones can't handle it, you can't go and then instigate something like that and then be like, oh, sorry, it lags. See you later.